significant business results coach and a co-facilitator with FastTrac New Venture and FastTrac Growth Venture. I'll be exploring by asking questions of entrepreneurs, how they got started, why they got started, what's working and what's not working, so that you, the entrepreneur, can learn from them. Join us as we start the entrepreneurial journey. Today I'm here with Tanya Dwyer. And Tanya, you have a business. Tell us a little bit about your business, starting with the name of your business and your website.
The name of the business is Dwyer and Associates, and our website is bankruptcyattorneysnyc.com.
Bankruptcyattorneysnyc.com. For some reason, I was expecting something like Dwyer and Associates LLC.
Well, we have that one as well. It's DwyerLawNYC.com,
Okay.
but I think Bankruptcy Attorneys NYC gets to the point really quickly.
You know, and that's a really important point that entrepreneurs need to focus on. You know, your business isn't about you, it's about solving a problem that a customer has. So the name of your business, the name of that website, lets people know right away how you can help them.
That's right.
Why did you decide to strike out on your own?
My original plan was to leave law school and do a lot of NGO work in Africa, but because funding was difficult when I left law school, I had to change plans and come to New York 5 years earlier than planned. So once I got here, I sort of floundered around and tried to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. I studied international business in law school, but that really wasn't what the economy wanted at the time. So finally, I decided while I was working somewhere else to start up the firm, and it would be Bankruptcy. And once I actually left my old job, we realized that foreclosures would be a really big issue as well, so we added that and started doing bankruptcies and foreclosure.
So give us a little report out. Given this economy, are you busy? Are people knocking down your doors?
We are incredibly busy. We're actually deciding which cases to take and which cases not to take, which is a good position to be in. You also have to be a very good judge of character to figure out which cases will ultimately be the best ones, but business is good.
Okay. And how do you set that metric of business is good? Do you have a business plan somewhere? Do you have some projected financials?
Our projected financials are not what I initially thought they would be. They were a little lofty, but in terms of the number of cases we're taking on and how well we're doing on the legal side, just winning cases, that's how we've been basing success, and hopefully the money will increase according to how many wins we have.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your background. When we were off camera, or before we got on camera, you shared with me that being an entrepreneur really wasn't your first choice or your expected choice at this point in time. Where did you expect to be?
I expected to be, first year out of law school, I expected to be in Uganda helping indigent women start their own businesses, sort of as an NGO. And I planned to do that for several years before coming to New York and doing this. But because of the economy, funding was really difficult. So I decided that I'd be better off in New York, just trying to do something productive here.
Okay. And in doing something productive, why bankruptcies? Why mortgages? I mean, you're a lawyer. Why not be a criminal lawyer or a real estate lawyer?
Right. Well, I actually studied international business in law school and expected to do that as my business, but that's not what the economy called for. There's not a lot of demand for international business attorneys right now, and I had to think about what would make the business successful, and I figured in this economy, bankruptcies and foreclosures be the best.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about choosing a client. What criteria do you use? How do clients find out about you?
Clients find out about us primarily through our website. It's because we're such a new business, it's not really word of mouth yet. I hope it will be soon. But when we have client intakes, we do a financial analysis that's strictly based on numbers to see if we can actually accomplish the goals the clients set. And then there's a little bit of character judging as to whether, because we understand how to win the cases. That's a pretty good metric right now. The problem is figuring out who's going to pay us and on what schedule. So that's where the character judgment comes in. I find sometimes I go easy on people because they're really having a hard time and give them a payment plan, but they don't follow through. And it's very difficult to pull out of an active court case. So I find myself with my hands tied, having to win cases for people who aren't that excited about paying me. Right.
Okay. So what's one of the lessons learned then as an entrepreneur?
I have to be the typical attorney and take it all up front.
And that wasn't a business model you wanted to do?
No, I thought it was harsh, and I knew what kind of reputation attorneys had, and I wanted to give people a chance. They're coming to me for financial help to pay me, but given the statistics, I understand completely why attorneys ask for all the money up front, and it's kept in a trust account. If we don't use it, then you get it back. I think that it's a fair system, and I should have started out that way.
Experience is an expensive teacher.
Yes, it
and
is.
Yet, the lesson is often learned really well. So you've shared a little bit of the past, you've shared a little bit of the present. Looking forward, where do you see yourself this time next year?
This time next year, I hope to have trained support staff to take over all of the menial labor around the office and all the really easy, simple things that I find myself doing and not economizing time properly. So hopefully that will be a wonderful new addition to our office next year.
Oh, that sounds great. I remember in FastTrac, we had that org chart that had you.
Yes.
You. And when we put that up, everyone laughed and said, "How did you know?" And we're like, "We know." So yes, that is an important part of making your business successful,
Right.
is having people who can help you focus on where you can serve your clients and generate more revenue.
Absolutely.
Right. Good. So as our segment comes to a close, what's a thought that you might share with other entrepreneurs who are on the entrepreneurial journey?
I think if you haven't gone to business school, it's very important to take classes, and thankfully the city offers classes to entrepreneurs. They're great. I'm sort of what they call a quick start, and so I jumped into business really without a plan or doing anything. So fortunately, several months after I got into new venture, and I think that really helped me keep the business going because I didn't know anything about business when I started.
Okay.
It's good to know.
So just knowing about the rules and regulations and laws is not
Yes.
enough.
No.
No.
It's
Okay.
really, they're like little back-end things that you really just never think about until you're actually in business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier we were talking about bankruptcy, and it occurred to me that a lot of people kind of need that one first piece of advice. What's your one first piece of advice for someone that's facing bankruptcy?
Understand your income and understand your expenses. That's the only way any bankruptcy attorney can help you. If you know what debts you have and you understand how much income you have, then we can decide which chapter of bankruptcy to put you in based on your income level and the amount of debt you need to get rid of.
Okay, that makes sense. And I know that the name of your business or your name of your business website is very closely related to bankruptcy. What's that website again?
BankruptcyAttorneysNYC.com.
BankruptcyAttorneysNYC.com.
Yes.
That's terrific. And do you work by yourself in this business?
No, I have a full-time attorney who does bankruptcy and foreclosures with me, and another attorney who helps out with the larger bankruptcy cases on a part-time basis as needed.
Wow. Okay. So as a fairly new firm, you've got some structure there to really help a number of people.
Yes, we do.
Okay. And what do you love most about your business?
I love that I can get someone to the point where they're living comfortably on their income again, as opposed to being $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 behind every month. Like, we get them back to that place where it's comfortable and easy to live in the city, the very expensive city again.
It is. Okay. So if they want to avoid bankruptcy and or get out of bankruptcy, would that be correct? They would contact you?
If they want to avoid bankruptcy, no, they would come to me if they wanted to file bankruptcy. If they
okay,
wanted to
good.
get rid of all of their debts, then I'm the person to see. If they want to consolidate their debts, then there are probably other agencies that can take care of that.
Okay, so if they want to get in touch with you, so tell us one more time, because this is an opportunity for fast trackers to share with other fast trackers, your name, your business, and your website.
My name is Tanya Dwyer, and my law firm is Dwyer & Associates, LLC, and we do bankruptcy, foreclosures, and mortgage modifications. The website is bankruptcyattorneysnyc.com.
Okay, great. And if one of us knows someone who maybe is on the brink of bankruptcy, should we have them check out your website first? Is that the best step?
Absolutely. There's a lot of information on the website so people can figure out kind of what their options are and get an idea of what they want to talk to me about in the free consult when they come in, so we use up the time well.
Tanya, I'm really glad that you joined us today. Thanks for taking some time out of your schedule. I know that you're busy, and it's really great for our listeners to hear your information.
Thank you for having me, Fran.
Thanks. Great. Okay.
A lot of people ask me how bankruptcy works, and my question to them is, what do you want bankruptcy to do for you? Because bankruptcy is such a large topic, we could write a textbook and not cover everything. So the question is, what are your financial goals? What are your priorities?
Let's have that website one more time.
bankruptcyattorneysnyc.com.
Terrific.